Sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Luc Bettaieb. I am originally from the United States, but I'm living here in Paris, France now, where with my colleague and co-founder Martin, who is not here today, we started Versant. And what we're doing here is we are developing technology that helps companies in France comply with environmental regulations that they need to comply with when they want to develop new projects. So, for example, a solar panel project where they're installing lots of solar panels on some area, infrastructure with perhaps like wind, or new construction for like apartments or something like this. Anything that can impact and artificialize land over a couple hectares needs to comply with this regulation. And part of it involves understanding your impact on biodiversity. So what they do normally is they go to a consultancy and they get an impact report done. And they try to understand how to minimize their impact on biodiversity in the area. So, for example, if there's a protected species in that area, perhaps a butterfly that's very important for the region, they need to design the project and choose where the project is to minimize that impact. If, according to the study, there's a residual impact that can't be compensated for, they're required to, with a multiplicative factor, find land nearby that can be restored. So there's additionality to sustain that species in particular. This also is done for wetland impact as well, notably. And what we do is we create software that accepts the impact type into our software and basically scans the entire area nearby to find appropriate parcels that could be indeed useful for restoration for that specific species. And happy to talk more about how we're doing it when we get into the details.
Thank you so much for the invitation, Paige. So I'm Greta Carrete. I'm based in Spain. My PhD, Paige mentioned I'm a doctor, was on natural conservation of nature, and it was mostly in Antarctica. So probably one of the least biodiverse parts of the world, but it's a great place because it becomes a natural laboratory. So what I did a lot was to work on species distribution models. So to understand what are the conditions that make a species be where it is, and understand if it could be anywhere else. And that is a methodology that is very useful for reintroductions, to understand invasive species, and to understand also extinction of a species due to climate change. So now at Versant, after finishing my PhD, I focused on working on platforms, on web platforms that use spatial data to bring the information decision makers need to make decisions, particularly related to decisions that help conservation and restoration of biodiversity.